Lauma, where's Lauma? She's getting some rest. Yeah, she's getting some. She needs some rest. Hey, what's up, Dart? How's it going, man? I haven't seen you in a while. How you been?
八重堂から出てる小説は一応全部読んでるの。別におかしくなんてないでしょ。
Been busy? Yeah, me too. Me too. I've been real busy. I mean, like, look at this. Look at the game, right? Is a new map just came out, and I'm nowhere near close to finishing it. And it's been like, dude, the patch is almost over. There's like 2 weeks left. Right? How I can tell that the patch is almost over because like I'm already at like battle pass 50. Sit Lolly's good as well. That's Sindre. I've just been real busy. And not just like busy, like not have time. Like busy, like not. I just haven't had the time nor the energy. I've just been so tired lately. It's just been non-stop everything every day. Oops, this is not you're not Shun, huh? Didn't even bother to log in yesterday. Ali, you haven't even been playing Genshin for that long and you're already retired? Well, semi-retired. Don't have time to play. Oh, man. Yep, such is life. I saw the next abyss. Made me feel a lot different about the game. Really? What's, I'm interested now. Hey, what's up, Luap? What's up, Theo? 71 pity for Flins. Hey. Lowering the picture quality. What is, Luap, what is WR? Oh. Oh, I thought the iframes of that was gonna be, you know. I thought the mini, no, it's not really a mini burst. Made me feel that no point in pulling meta characters anymore. Really? Okay, I'm kind of curious now what you saw. Kind of curious what you saw now. Being curious to see what combos are OP right now. I don't know if you'd be happy to learn about them, Dart. Things have gotten man, I don't know how to put it. Things have gotten a little bit annoying lately. I don't know how long you've been off of Genshin, but the the last couple of the last several patches, things have just gotten quite a bit annoying. My personal record, early is in stream is 3 minutes. Oh, oh, okay. Oh, WR world record. Okay, I see, I see. Abyss was the same with the gimmick of newest character. Oh, okay, that kind of stuff. Unbeatable. That Lauma or Flins. Truthfully, meta will always be changed. So the best reason to pull is if you just like me, the character itself. Hey, what's up, Mikizuki? How's it going, man? Almost a year now. Oh, okay. I think Dart, you know what? I think you hopped off at a good time. Yeah, I think you hopped off at a good time. Within the past 12 months, we've gotten characters and enemies and even in-game game modes that have been egregiously like just made it obvious that Hoyo says, well, here's something to do in the game that you can't do if you don't get the new character. Extra shield. Break it. Element it took the most damage from it. Goes immune. Thing. The word lunar changes a lot. Yeah, okay. Oh, yeah. That's another thing that I've noticed too. That's another thing that I've noticed too is Hoyo seems to have just been they've been pivoting away from like specific mechanics to just vague mechanics. You know, like they introduce a mechanic into the game and it's called this. And then like for some reason every character has a different version of it. Right? It just says like, oh, once you activate this, like this character does this character does that. When you trigger this elemental reaction and you activate this, like whatever, like ascendant gleam, whatever. Phlogiston. It's the mechanics nowadays are just a means for them to lock certain characters behind other certain characters and or weapons and kits and team archetypes. Oh. Yeah, FTP, so yeah, I think could progress properly if I was still playing. I mean, you could, but you'd definitely have to try extra hard. all the time, the whole time, non-stop. As for me, like, look at me. I haven't even bothered to do Onslaught yet. And it's like we're halfway through. I haven't even bothered to do Onslaught yet. I only did I only got the primos. I farmed the resin, the artifacts there, and then that's it. I just haven't bothered. Amika's the top DPS right now. Yes, she is, Hover. Yes, she is. I'm cooked if Dura and Kongvina will have their banners back to back. Do you want both of them, Shinrin? I'll stop ranting. We didn't come here to hear someone rant, did we? That is true, Ali. That is true. Wrong did that a lot. Especially, like, once he started to do... I don't know. I don't know specifically what he started doing, but there was like there was something he was playing a little bit differently, and then like I think it was like when he started to do like what's it called? Not necessarily speed runs, but when he started try harding extra hard. He just like I would just hear him complain all the time. Like every time someone mentioned something about a character that he hated, he's just like I mean, like, sure, okay, you hate it, right? But we don't need to hear it all the time, every time. I appreciate you deciding to stop yourself, Ali. Thanks, man. Flins is actually kind of fun. I have C1 Flins, R5 Shovel, C0 Inefa, Sig with C6 Aino. Smooth to play, very satisfying. Hey, glad to hear that, Mikazuki. Flins is top tier if you have everything you need. Yeah, I think Flins is top tier mathematically. But the difference between having everything you need to make him top tier and missing one or two of them is pretty big. He goes from top tier to just a good DPS. Let's see. 3 hours. Okay, so I guess I could use 20 resin. Yeah. All right. The Light Rex Stygian Onslaught plays close to that. Resistance, most damaging element after reaching the damage threshold. Need 2 high damaging characters. Yeah, that's what I thought too. When Ali described it, it felt very similar to the Aeon Blight Drake in Onslaught right now. I'm so mad that I'm triple crowning my Diluc. Hey, it's hey, don't insult my Diluc like that, okay? Don't insult Diluc. Diluc used to be mains. Durai mostly, because he's affiliated. Hexen Circle, O, top tier, Pyro offfielder, Columbina, because crucial character of this patch. Oh, okay. I mean, Columbina's Geo, right? I wonder. I'm kind of curious. Like, is Columbina gonna change Geo? Is she gonna bring something different for Geo? Kind of curious, because she is a pretty important character in the lore. So it'd be really disappointing if she was just another, if she was just a better Chiori, you know, it'd be really disappointing. I feel like now the damage doesn't matter. The only thing that matters is how many gimmicks it can handle. That is actually true. I mean, like okay, Ali, the numbers, the amount of damage you do. There are certain, not all gimmicks, but there are some gimmicks that you can still brute force with just a bigger number, with just more numbers, but you need the difference in how much damage you need to brute force your way through, or between that and playing the mechanics, right? In playing the gimmick has just gotten really big. All hail Mondstadt Batman. Hey, what's up, Ritesh? How's it going, man? Fellow Diluc man. Hey, I used to be, man. If only you knew, man. If you only knew. It took me so long to get Diluc. And by the time that I finally got Diluc, by the time that I finally figured out how to actually play the game, and finally like built up like a proper Diluc team, it was like Diluc was already on the way out the door. Isn't she Hydra? I think I don't know. I might be imagining it, but she just seems so Geo to me. Her clothing, like it's just all like golden / brown, you know, like she has a very Zhongli like color palette. Man, did Diluc fall? That's true. Diluc used to be my main. Yeah, man. Like the part I hate the most is like by the time that I finally like, you know, felt like, man, okay, I'm finally one of the Diluc mains. I finally know what I'm doing. My Diluc build is finally decent. I finally got Gravestone. Finally got, like I finally got quite a bit of stuff to, you know, I guess like and what was the end game Diluc team back in the day. Diluc was already on the way out the door. At least he has the has the coolest skin. Speaking of skins, isn't it a thing where like when Hoyo releases a character skin, it means that they are on the way out the door? Right? Like people were worried about that for Yelan because they released a Yelan skin. People say Flins is kind of bad. Skins, what did I say? Skins. Kind of mid DPS, but until Columbina release out, Columbina buff the heck out of Flins. I mean, Flins is already a top tier. He's definitely not like number 1 or 2, but Flins is already top tier if you have all the different pieces that you need to make him top tier. Like, you know, like C1 and or Inefa. If you have his signature, even better. I hate these enemies, man. These enemies that have like double, triple HP bars, it's so annoying. Oh. This only works. Okay. Darn it. Should not have condensed my resin today then. Okay, sure, whatever. She's actually physical. Columbina. My Diluc is on MA, so I don't think I can call myself a true Diluc main. Oh man. Yeah, well, at least not like the OG Diluc mains, you know. Like some OG Diluc mains will every time they see your build like Mercy say Hunter, like back in the day. You had nothing but Crimson. You had to farm that godforsaken domain. It was definitely a godforsaken domain. The only other set in it, Lava Walker, man, nobody wanted that thing. The only use for Lava Walker was literally just nuke Xingqiu. At the time, that was the only use for Lava Walker. Nuke Xingqiu. My ping's a bit high today. How much HP does this guy have? He has a lot of HP. Especially if you don't kill him, like when his HP is white. He just heals. Like man, the abyssal shields were annoying. I'd still say like I hate the abyssal shields the most in this game. But this is like getting real close to second place. I mean, no, sorry. This is like a really close second place. Of like second place of things I hate the most in this game. At this point, thankfully I haven't seen it in Genshin Endgame so far. So I don't hate it as much as I do the artifact RNG system. Oh wait, hang on. Who was Oh, sorry. Who was that? Shinrin? Or was it? No, it was Shinrin. Yeah. You okay? What I think you said Columbina, and in my mind, I was thinking of Sandrone, and that's why I said Geo. I think okay. It just came back to me now. The whole conversation, just came back to me. Who do you think's on the next banner? I'm hearing a couple of rumors here and there. People are saying Durin.
じゃあ行くよ封じは任せたからね
Any other rumors you guys know about? You sure are right, Shinran. Boy, do I need it. Yeah, I'm not actually gonna stream for too long today. I wish I could, though. I still have so much stuff to do in the game. Exploration, mostly. You know, getting my Oculus. 100%ing the map. It's Capitano, trust me, bro. Arlecchino next patch. Oh, I heard about that too. Yeah, Arlecchino. Nefer. Oh, yeah, that's right. Nefer. I also hear about Nefer. Although the, what's it called? The rumors about, Durin. Yeah, the Durin rumors that I'm hearing about are more like, next patch or like in 2 patches for now. Whereas the Nefer ones are definitely right next patch. Oops. For Arlecchino, Free, and Zhongli. Zhongli is kind of surprising, honestly. Honestly, I don't know if Hoyo would ever rerun Zhongli. I mean, Zhongli's like definitely his shield is still by far the strongest in the game. So like in that regard, he has not been power creeped so far. Want that flower? Or is that flower? Well, we'll see. We'll see. Okay, there's no way this thing is gonna turn into garbage, right? There's no way. It'd be really, really difficult to turn this thing into garbage, right? Aren't all these stats the stats that you would want on well, for now, the only character that really wants this set? And potential characters in the future? Well, of course, except for like oh yeah, you know what? Even HP scalers. Yeah, because this doesn't have attack percent. Could have been better with higher rolls, but hey, not bad. Not bad. Nope. Okay. Never mind. I don't think I shouldn't have used that pink resin yet. Yeah, 1.5 hours from now. So that's okay, so my resin is gonna cap tomorrow. 11. Yeah, I really shouldn't have used that pink resin yet. Do you have Flins? No, I don't have Flins. I'm not interested in him. What's E2 Kazuha? Sucrose just feels too clunky for me to use. Really, Shannon? Honestly, a lot of people think Kazuha is clunky. Well, mostly the meta people, theory crafters, and like speedrunners. Yeah, we are. Oh, I just realized I don't need that anymore. Well, maybe I do, because I haven't used these two, so I guess I need more of them. Sure. Hey, who you calling having dementia? I'm not old. That actually doesn't sound like an old dude. I don't know what voice I was doing there. Sucrose can hold the thrilling tales, though, and Flynn's attack is so nice. Yeah, that's true. His crowd control is better for me. That is true, Shinran. You are, yeah. Sucrose definitely cannot substitute Kazuha when it comes to crowd control. But when was the last time we've needed crowd control? The only place I could think of is like floor 11 Abyss. And maybe some Imaginarium Theater floors, or like what is it? What? Oh my god, I was switching. Jeez. Can I please just switch? And can you please just stop mucking up the floor? This is just so annoying. Am I even allowed to fight this guy? Like, he has this purple goo on the floor over here. Right? I specifically moved over here to avoid the purple goo that he put in front of me. Then he puts purple goo over there. Yep, and I died again, of course. Because I can't switch when I press the character switch button. Because can't switch characters now. Yeah, sure. Why is my ping high? Oh no, it's actually low-ish on this account. 3.0. That was, yeah, well, even in 3.0. Oops, what? Oh, okay, the like Night Soul transmission, whatever that's called. Even in 3.0, we kind of didn't even need crowd control because Nahida took care of it when she was released. Well, not 3, yeah, obviously 3.0 because Nahida wasn't out yet. But as soon as Nahida came out, like, we didn't need crowd control anymore. Kazuha is slowly losing meta relevance. Every top tier DPS doesn't need him. Yeah, and not just Kazuha, but like generalist supports are starting to lose relevance. You know, even Zelonin, right? Zelonen's place right now is really only in Natlan teams. We've been getting these like hyper specialized supports that are just so much better at what they do than the generalist supports. The generalist supports are still like they still have their place. Darn it. Just, oh my god. Am I even allowed to fight this dude? Jeez. When am I allowed to fight this dude? I can't fight him. Not allowed to attack him. So there's not really a lot of fighting going on. Remember the days when Kazuha was in every team? No, he just disappeared. Yeah. Well, all the new enemies we've gotten for quite a long time now, actually, just haven't been crowd controllable. Like a lot of the new enemies that we've gotten, especially the ones that actually, you know, like where we actually need to like min max our damage in Abyss, in theater. Sorry, not theater. In Onslaught, obviously Onslaught's boss fights. So, right? In theater, in some chambers, but not all of them. Like there's probably like one or two chambers across the whole like run where you need good crowd control. Otherwise, no. Oops. Oops. Didn't want to alt switch to Kazuha there. The new lunar RXN benefit from normal damage bonus. Oh, lunar stuff. Yeah. Because they're all transformed stuff. I think you've already overfarmed this weekly boss, so just pick the easiest weekly boss to kill for less stress. No, I don't think so. Because the way I've decided to farm which weekly boss I fight. The way I decided is I just farmed the last 3 newest, and look, see, I don't even have that many of it. Arlecchino, sure, right, but I don't hate the Arlecchino boss fight. I don't have that many Natlan. The Natlan. Yeah, because like remember, it's only the second newest weekly boss, so it hasn't been out for that long. And I can't believe it. I'm gonna have to wait like for 2. No. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait for 2 more new weekly bosses to come out before I can finally stop farming that stupid thing. RXN reaction. Oh, okay. You kids and your weird, the weird ways you kids nowadays talk. Back in my day. Back in my day, if you said a word wrong, you got the stick. Imagine if Columbina is just for Farina, but for lunar stuff. Is that typo on purpose, Ellie? You typed imagine as Imagina. Imagina. Imagina of Columbina is just for Farina. It's like that's not a coincidence, isn't it? Is it right? Your definition of not many is really something. Oh god, you don't even use all of them to crown characters. Well, jeez. Okay, all right, all right, all right. Well, hang on, hang on. Let me take a look at it again. Okay, let me reevaluate myself there. Okay, I have 8 of this, so that's not a lot. Yeah. I have 8 of one of them, so I still say that's not a lot. I'll be honest, it wasn't on purpose. I sometimes write anyone as anyone.
遠くをたたえよ神のご加護を最高の一品よ満ち溢れよ力をお披露目だ一緒じゃない冷凍の時間よ面白くなってきたいいかの方がいいでしょとやはっ
I always write this, write distorted, distorted like this. Okay, I'm assuming that's supposed to be destroyed. If it's not at least 2 digits, it's not enough. Got it, huh? I mean, really, like, okay, to get to level 9 talent, right? Not even crowning, level, just a level 9 talent, which is sort of like my minimum for like end game build. For most characters, especially like talent number, talent multiplier based characters. So you need 3. And what if you need to level 9 2 talents? Right? 2 talents on each character. So that's 6. Which means I can only do that on 1 character right now. What if I suddenly need to do that on 2 characters or 1 character, 2 characters, but like one of them I have to level 9 3 talents, right? And most of the time nowadays, like especially if they're high enough in the meta ladder, you will actually want to crown their one of those 3 talents, right? Like for example, Arlecchino, right? For example, Arlecchino, you actually do want to level 9 her skill and burst, and then crown her normal attack talents. So, like, what is that? So, just for the normal attack talent, I need 5, and I need another 6 for the skill and burst. Is use the crafting bench to convert my other excess materials. Yeah, but like you can only convert materials from the same boss, right? And okay, while I do have approximately on average 20 of the other 2, if I suddenly need to do what what you need to do with Arlecchino with 2 characters all of a sudden, so that means I'll need 22. Right, so that means I'll have to convert 13 of these which means for this one I'll take 6 or 7. So I'll have 15 left. I'll take 6 out of this. I'll have 15, and then I'll have 13. 15 and 13. And then I'll have 0 of this. Right, 15, 13, 0. So, like, it's, like, dude, okay, obviously, that's not likely to happen every patch. But what if it does? Why are talents so expensive? They really are expensive. But then, like, okay, I don't mind talents being expensive to level up because at least they're permanent. The thing that I hate that is expensive is artifacts. Like, just leveling it up, right? Leveling up one artifact doesn't feel like you're spending that much. But when you take into account, like, on average, how many times you have to level 20 an artifact before you get your next usable one, you actually spend quite a lot on artifacts. Right? The thing about artifacts too is, like, they're not guaranteed upgrades. Yeah, like, what happened, like, even if you get a quote unquote upgrade, it's not like, okay, it's not like you're getting all the stats of your new one on top of your old one. You're, like, the only upgrade you're getting is the difference between your upgrade and your last one. When can we have a discount on talent leveling? Oh my, jeez. Why would I do that? Darn it. Now I've come to a new conclusion. I do not hate Skirk. For real, Ali? You for real? Why the sudden change of heart? I don't know about the game now. Every character needs to be crowned. Like, if the character is using skills and not relying on basic attacks, then you only need to crown the skills. Yep. That is true, but it also depends. Like, so somebody like Arlecchino, for example, you really need to level up her, so the skill, the burst damage, and and her normal attack talent. Technically, you don't really even need to level up the skill and burst, because most of her damage per rotation comes from her normal attack talents. So, like, if you're like a new player who's still really strapped for Mora and like resin, and other materials, then sure, right? Like, you can just ignore her skill and burst, like, initially. Who's better, Shangling or Toma? Oh, Ritesh, easily Shangling. But then I guess it also, okay, now that I think about it, it depends. It also depends on, oh, you know what? Yeah, okay, I was about to say Shangling is like really energy hungry. But then so is Toma. Well, at least Toma generates a decent amount of particles. Yeah, okay. Toma is a little bit less. Just a little bit. Not a lot. just barely slightly less energy hungry than Shangling. Problem with Shangling is the way she generates particles is with Goba, and obviously Goba is a stationary turret and attacks really slowly. And generates like what, 1 particle each time he hits an enemy. So that is really, really low particles generation. Whereas Toma at least can generate a decent amount of particles when you use his skill. Toma's better at house cleaning. By the way, Ali, like, what triggered your hatred in? What triggered your hatred in Skirk?
リシアさんが出発するまでに渡せなければコマニアに送ってもらうように言っておくわね。ああ。
Neutralization is everywhere in the notes. Neutralization? What's a good team for Shangling? Oh, sorry, Ritesh, you a new player, man? Ban. Dia looks good. Why couldn't they have made Dia a better character, man? Why, man? She looks so good. Look at her. Right, and she's a lovely character in the game too. Like her characterization is like I love it. She's awesome. She's chill. She's very chill. And she looks awesome. The old days of Goba missing the torch and dragon smile while you freeze to death. You're like, Goba, light it up. And like, oh, over here? You're like, no! And then you're like frantically like trying to push Goba in the right direction. You're trying to push him in the right, in the right orientation, to the torch or whatever it is you're trying to light. Yeah, Ritesh, you a new player, man? If you are, a good team for Shangling. Some really early good teams for Shangling. So, Bennett. Definitely a must pair with Bennett. So Bennett, Xingqiu, and Sucrose. That's one team. Another one is Chevreuse and 1 Electro character. So Chevreuse, Bennett, and 1 Electro character. Another one too would be. Oh yeah, okay, that's it. Yeah, that's sort of it, I guess. Okay, now yeah. Shangling doesn't have that many top tier teams anymore, really. Yeah, I have her C4 with Sig that I lost while Wanderer's weapon. Gosh, I'm never ever doing Chronicled Wish. I lost all my primos on it. Oh man, that sucks. Sorry to hear that, man. But hey, you know what, Mikazuki? Here's the silver lining. Right? The silver lining out of like you having Dia's signature weapon is you now have one of the, let me think, how many weapons do we have like that now? 3. Yeah. One of the 3 weapons, signature weapons that we will never ever see in a regular banner ever again. Because remember, as soon as so Beacon, Hunter's Path, Tainari's signature weapon, and whatever Yumi Mizuki's signature weapon was, we will, like, remember, they came out with the character, which, like, the very next patch went to the standard banner, which means they will never ever have their own banner anymore, ever. So, which means we will never see their, we will never see those weapons on a regular banner ever again. Now, none of them are particularly, like, amazing, but, well, I don't know about Yumi Mizuki's, but the Dia's weapon is one of the few crit rate claymores that we have in the game. Yeah, it's one of the few crit rate 5-star crit rate claymores that we have in the game. Is it No, I think Navia's is crit rate, but it's like high base attack, really low crit rate. Whereas Dia's is high crit rate, like mid base attack and high crit rate. What I'd say is just don't bother with Xingling. Just play casual until you get to the newer DPS. I mean, I agree with Ali, with what Ali Ritesh. I agree with what Ali said to a certain degree, but like don't bother with Shangling. Just play casually until you get to a newer DPS. But I also like try to remember back in the day, like when you were a new player, where you just have nothing. None of your characters are good, right? So like you're forced to ask around and say which of my characters is good. And you know, among the starter characters, like there's really only Shangling. Who else? Kaya. Kaya is okay too. Kaya's an okay starter character. He's really only meant to, like, his numbers are really only able to carry you to before mid game, right? Like unless if you hyper invest into him, which is like, you know, I don't think you should. You should hyper invest into him, because it's just the point of diminishing returns for like investing into a character like Kaya is somewhere around like maybe get him to 70 out of 80. 70 out of 80. Give him Harbinger or Dawn. Level up Harbinger or Dawn. Harbinger or Dawn's an okay sword to like level up all the way to 90. Because it's a potentially useful weapon for endgame even. But then like his talents maybe level 6, but it may be level 7, both skill and burst, but no more than that. And then by the time that you get there, like you'll probably have your first 5-star character. Your first like non-standard 5-star. I get her 5th con. Free select on the free selector. Thanks, I feel better now. Yeah, no. It really is like, I mean, it's not her Dia's signature weapon is not really like the kind of weapon that you immediately think of when you have a 5-star Claymore character and you're like, "Oh, put Dia's weapon on it." Put Dia's weapon on it. Like it's not the kind of weapon that you almost always like think of immediately when you get a 5-star character. But it is because it is if you are trying to build a new 5-star Claymore character, and it is a crit-based 5-star Claymore character, and you just and it's, say for example, you get into this like very specific situation, right? Nod-Krai comes out. Nod-Krai comes out, version Luna 1. A Claymore character comes out. And you need a Claymore for them. And they actually have good enough numbers that you would actually want to build them. You would actually want to build them and level up their talents. And they are a crit-based damage dealer. But you do, because, you know, Luna 1 just came out. You don't have good artifact sets just yet, so you don't have a good crit ratio just yet. right? So what do? You need a crit weapon. And there you go. Dia's weapon. Helps you with your crit ratio. Right away. Oh yeah, I don't think I've done the test runs just yet. Sethos has F2P best in slot 3-star. Really? Slingshot. What does slingshot do again? Increased normal attack damage? I don't remember. By the way, when I think I've done the trial thing here at least once. Okay, that's not how you're supposed to use them. I already messed up. Come on. Okay, there. That's very unusual. 4-star trial, but they gave us a 5-star. They gave us a 5-star along with her. He is a very tall boy. Hit rate plus 48%. What? Slingshot? Oh, crit rate, like it's secondary stat, right? Okay, 48% normal attack bonus. Wow, 48%. Oh, so it's kind of like black tassel or white tassel. A normal attack or aim shot hits a target within 0.3 seconds of being fired. Increases damage by 36%. Otherwise, decreases damage by 10%. 31% crit rate. Substat. Multipliers mainly EM. So he doesn't really care about the. It doesn't care about the damage percent reduction that much. And he doesn't care about the low base attack either. Well, not that he doesn't care, but he's not he's not affected by it negatively as much. Special skills dealing damage to opponents. Okay. Special elemental skills. Here. First time popping in. Have fun trying Flins out. He's so easy to play. Really? Obviously I don't have Flins. Also, welcome by the way, baby Farai. Obviously, I don't have Flins. I've barely ever played him. I've really only played him right now, actually, in the trial run. And I don't even care to learn too much of like how to play him because I'm not interested in getting him because I actually can't get him. His kit just seems so complicated to me. All I hear is that like, oh, it's just like Larissa, but you know, instead of plunge, it's normal attack. Flins would have broken the game if Thundering Fury worked on him. Oh, the skill, the skill cooldown. Wait, doesn't it? Why doesn't it work? Why wouldn't it work? Why doesn't it work? Is it some stupid reason like why Beidou doesn't work with Raiden Shogun? Barbara, Nahida. Oh, shoot! You have Nahida. Kuki Shingling. Oh, Ritesh. Okay. Oh man. Do you have any of the following Hydra characters? Yelan. I'm assuming no, because like the fact that you don't have Xingqiu means that you're even less likely to have Yelan. If yes, then awesome. If no, then okay, let's see who else. Aino. Oh, yeah. You have Aino. Right, everyone's got Aino. Okay. Then otherwise, C6 Candice. Oh, you know what? I'm assuming you don't even have C6 Candice. Wait, what do you mean you don't have Aino? You get Aino from okay. You still have to do the quest. But yeah, I know. Use her. She has Hydro application. So, Ritesh, you already have 2/3 of one of the like cheapest to build good team archetypes in the game. So you already have Nahida and you have Kuki. Now all you need is a off-field Hydro applier. Once you have an off-field Hydro applier, aka Aino, then you can do Hyperbloom. All you gotta do is build your Kuki Shinobu full EM, and then you're good. You're good for you're good until mid game.
怖いかそれと恐怖を抱く勇気すらないか私と打ち合う気この燃え上がる炎で少しはまともになってきた闇来た破滅の時がカウントダウン開始だいいだろう私に挑む資格を認めてやる
Honestly, Ritesh, your Shangling in the team you just mentioned does more harm than good. Your Shangling in the team that you mentioned does more harm than good. I would highly recommend you switch Shangling out for Kaya in your team because so you're pretty new, right? You're pretty new in the game. So you're probably mostly still doing overworld. So typical Hyperbloom, right? Even with Barbara as your Hydro, will actually do somewhat okay. As long as you get rid of Shangling, because Shangling is ruining your Hyperbloom, for your Hyperblooms from happening. Are you saving for anyone right now? I'm saving for quite a few characters, Baby Fury. I have like so new characters, obviously, right? Like the character that is like sort of the pseudo archon of the new region, right? New region being Nod-Krai, the pseudo archon being Columbina, right? I'm definitely saving up for her. Other than that, I'm not sure yet, but I do have a bunch of older characters that I would like to get constellations of, like C1 Arlecchino. Right, I want C1 Arlecchino. I still want to get my Neuvillette to C3 sooner or later, but at this point, like Neuvillette seems, man, like Neuvillette was like so OP, and like today, he just doesn't seem as powerful anymore. He's still really good at like overworld stuff in Abyss. What else? In theater. But Onslaught, he just doesn't seem as powerful because obviously he's not a single target DPS. I am indeed trying to save my sanity. I thought Freyna was having a rerun. Well, rumors. Remember, those are rumors. If it turns out to be true, then hey, sure, great. Kuki for Gilded Dreams. Yes, 4-piece Gilded Dreams. I highly recommend you farm this artifact domain for now. I don't know if if you even have enough resin right now to farm artifact domains yet, because well, you're not AR45, you are AR49, so I'm assuming that you've already built at least a few different characters. So you probably, yeah, I guess I'm assuming that not all your resin is going into raising characters anymore at this point. I have this gut feeling that Freyna is just there for bait. Well, the fact that she's Hydro... Wait, why am I here? The fact that she's Hydro and Columbina is Hydro, and remember, dude, think about this. So they are right. Okay, Yelan's here, right? Before Freyna, the best 5-star, the most recent, before Freyna came out, the most recent, really like the most recent best Hydro 5-star was Yelan, right? And right after Yelan was then Freyna. They're rerunning Yelan, and if rumors turn out to be true that Freyna's getting a rerun in Luna 2, doesn't that mean that they think about this? They are rerunning the most recent 2 best Hydro characters because it's probably going to be a very long time before they rerun them again, because the next best Hydro character is going to be way better than them. Right? Like, I don't know, it's just, it makes sense to me. Or Lost Paradise too for Kuki. But yeah, farming Gilded Dreams is better because Deepwood Memories is really useful. Yes, absolutely. Lost Paradise is good, but like that domain is... You really only care about Lost Paradise in that domain. The other one's useless too. Dendro MC. Yeah, Ali's right, Ritesh. Dendro MC is pretty good too. Especially because you're running a Dendro team. Yeah, Dendro MC just helps apply even more Dendro to the team.
ルフシュロス・ナフィードットの何
Yeah. You know, this is really what you need to do with your team right now, Ritesh. Take Shangling out of your team, replace him with Dendro MC. Replace him with Dendro MC. You don't need to raise Aino, but you will need to at least get her enough energy recharge. What the? That's a very unusual combo. What is Dori doing here?
なるほどなるほど。一人やくつぼでもでも人の背丈ほどのや本当か。だがその人具を作るにはすごく時間がかかる。とてもこれは買い物中にドリーと出会ったのだが引き止められ早口すぎて口を挟む隙もない。お菓子や飲み物もおごってくれたからこの霊薬は偉大なる産業派兵様の
Yeah, exactly what Dart said, Ritesh. Because what your Shangling is doing in that team is your Shangling is making it so your Dendro. Okay, Ritesh, I have a question, Ritesh. Do you know how the elemental reactions work? Like we need to establish this first because we are okay. Like Dart said, Shangling is ruining your combos, right? And I'm here I was about to talk to you about burning, and I was talking to you about Hyperbloom, right? Like yeah, kinda. Okay. So the team you're running now, right? Nahida and Kuki. They are 2 out of 3 of the cheapest good team in the game, right? And not necessarily like that specific team, but it's like the cheapest good team archetype that you can build in the game. It's not at this point it's not end game capable. Well, it is with Lauma, but you don't have Lauma, so it's not end game capable anymore, but it is still gonna take you pretty close to end game. And from where you are now, that is a long way from now. So that team is gonna carry you quite a long way from where you are now. So basically I'm talking about a Hyperbloom team, and when I say cheapest, I mean like dirt cheap. It is like super cheap to get a good Hyperbloom team off the ground, right? All you need is you don't even need 4-piece gilded on Kuki, right? For now, I'm assuming you haven't farmed or at least like you've only farmed a little of the Deepwood domain, the Deepwood domain in Sumeru. And even if you haven't, it's still okay. You just put full EM on Kuki Shinobu, right? Just put Kuki Shinobu on full EM. EM Sands, EM Goblet, EM Circlet. Oops. Right? Like, just like this, right? EM, like main stat, Sands, EM main stat Goblet, EM main stat Circlet, Feather, Flower. Just get as much EM as you can on the substats, right? You don't necessarily have to, but you know, more is better, right? More is better. And I'm gonna, if you are able to get like EM main stats and still have a 4-piece gilded set, then hey, you don't have to do anything anymore for your Kuki. That's it. Just leave her like that. You can leave your Kuki like that until the end of time. And your Nahida, you don't even need to do anything with your Nahida just yet. So again, you can get Aino for free. You just have to do a quest. I can't find Aino. Oh, there. There, right? You don't, and like I said earlier, because so you don't even need to really level up Aino. You really only need to. Okay, because what you want from Aino is off-field hydro application, and you get her off-field hydro application from her burst, which of course you need energy for, right? You need like this, right? You need energy. You need to her burst to be available as soon as it's off cooldown, and of course, to do that, you need energy recharge. What is Aino's ascension stat? EM? Oh, okay. Right, okay. You're definitely gonna need to build ER on her. Burst? Requirements? Wow. 50, okay. Not very low, especially for a burst that with a 13-second cooldown. In fact, Kaching has a lower energy cost and has a longer cooldown. But not bad. Not bad. Yeah, you really only need to, I guess, level up Aino a little bit just so she doesn't keep getting one hit by villagers and like even the smallest enemies. Other than that, build a lot of energy recharge on her. Yeah, and that's it. You have your Hyperbloom team, and then okay, that's 3 characters, right? Obviously, you would want to have like 4 characters, right? Dendro MC. You don't even need to level up Dendro MC's talents. Do not level up Dendro MC's talents. They don't do anything for you. They don't really do any damage. What you want from Dendro MC is off-field Dendro application. Yeah, just get rid of your Shangling because your Shangling, even your team right now with Barbara is actually not bad. It's actually okay. Right? You will have to stay on the field with Barbara. You will like normal attack with Barbara. But the problem right now is your Shangling is ruining your Dendro stuff. So because which weapon is good? Just anything with elemental mastery. That is really all you care about. You just want as much elemental mastery on Kuki. Like look at mine, right? Like you can clearly see I'm an endgame player. But like look, just EM sword, right? Obviously you probably don't have this. This is a really old event weapon. But other than that, you can have this. Oops. You can just craft Iron Sting. So obviously you can see mine is R5, but you do not need R5. There's no point for you to get R5 Iron Sting. Just R1 is fine. But other than that, there's an NPC in Liyue that you can talk to and get a copy of this thing. Right? It's like this thing doesn't give you as much elemental mastery as Iron Sting does. But it, in case you don't have a craftable Iron Sting, okay, that's good. Right? Then like you don't need to do anything else with your Kuki other than the stuff we said where like just get like triple EM 4-piece gilded. And you definitely need to farm the Deepwood domain in Sumeru, because so obviously, right, like Gilded Dreams for your Kuki Shinobu, but more importantly, Deepwood Memories for your Nahida. 4-piece Deepwood Memory, because like look, see, after skills or burst hit opponents, the targets then all enemies that you hit with your skill or burst or the character that's wearing the set, have their dendro resistance decreased, which means all your dendro damage from your hyperblooms will be doing more damage if Nahida hits them with a skill, which is all the time. Hello, to answer the title, yes. I second the motion, yes. Oh. Well, he is worth it. Is he worth it, though, if you don't have anything that he wants? Right? No Inefa. You only have enough primos to get him to C0. No primos for his signature. Is he worth it if you don't have Inefa and you only have enough primos for C0? Personally, I don't think so. Because while he's not a bad DPS without Inefa and at C0 no Inefa, he's not a bad DPS. He is a decent one, but he's like just like any other 5-star, good 5-star. But with Inefa, then yeah, sure, he's definitely worth it. I would be using Kuki off field. Okay, hang on. Where can I find an enemy that is like really near? A tanky enemy that is really near a teleporter. I get okay. I guess one of the bosses here. Ideally, not the Dendro immune ones. Jeez, I can't think of one. Can't think of one. Flower boss? Oh, wait. Which one? Which one? This one? Which flower boss? I mean, like, flower boss. The Mondstadt ones are super squishy. They just die. The Mondstadt and Liyue ones. The Samurai on one? On Inazuma? Personally, wouldn't get him. I literally have Chlorinde and Versa. Chlorinde is, like she's like yesterday's news compared to Flins. But Versa, though, definitely, yeah. I don't think I've done the quest to get, what was the name of that NPC? I don't remember the name of that NPC. Yeah, there's an NPC here that you could fight. He's kind of like a test dummy that you could use, but you had to do a bit of a quest for him. Okay, whatever. I'm gonna do. Oh wait, there's a Natlan. Yeah, this guy isn't immune. Yeah, this guy isn't. He's not immune. He has resistance, but he's not immune, and he's like tanky enough. Okay, so here's really what you want to do, Ritesh. Hang on, Hyperbloom. There. Okay. Hope my MC is Dendro. Nope. Okay. Okay. Well, whatever. I'll just switch him to Dendro, I guess. Use Barbara. Hey, you guys know who applies more Hydro? Between Barbara normal attacking, or Aino's burst. Who do you guys think applies more Hydro? Barbara? Really? I'm kind of curious now. How do you even manage to know something like that? Okay, right. So just get your Kuki skill up, your Nahida skill up, and just normal attack with Barbara. And like, look, see, Hyperblooms are coming on the ground. They're falling on the ground, and your Kuki ring will hit them. And then just every now and then, don't forget to refresh. Hang on. Okay, there. Don't forget to refresh your stuff. Alright, now Dendro MC. Okay, Dendro MC. Do this. And then don't forget Kuki. Right, Kuki. Okay, and now Barbara. Right? There you go. See? Bunch of Hyperbloom happening. And don't forget to refresh Kuki, Nahida, Dendro MC2. And then come back to Barbara, normal attack. Oops. And remember, this enemy that I'm fighting right now, this is a Dendro resistant enemy. So yours would be doing much more damage than this if you're fighting a normal enemy and not this high Dendro resistance enemy. Nahida also uses EM, right? Ideally, you would want your Nahida to be like a mix between EM and crit. But for now, you can just leave her at EM. I mean, anyway, if you're gonna be farming the Deepwood domain, then you're gonna get some pieces that are potentially good for Nahida. So again, like I said, ideally, you want your Nahida to be like a mix between like a lot of EM and crit rate. And crit damage. That's ideally what you want. So crit rate, as long as you have a lot of elemental mastery, you don't need to get your crit rate too high up on Nahida, because Nahida has a passive that gives you crit rate. That gives, well, it doesn't give Nahida crit rate, but it gives her skill more crit rate, and most of Nahida's personal damage comes from her skill, right? So more or less, it gives Nahida crit rate based on how much elemental mastery you have. So specifically, it gives Nahida 0.03 crit rate for every elemental mastery she has above 200. And in my case, I have 56. So 656 times 0.03. So I'm getting 19.6 crit rate. So more or less, this is 74%. Right, more or less, this is 74% crit rate and 175, right? Yeah, but for now, if you don't have a good crit ratio on Nahida, it's fine. It's okay. So that's why I mentioned the word ideally. Ideally, you want her to be on a mix of like high EM and good crit ratio. But it's okay if she doesn't. Which Hydro character should I wait for to replace Barbara with? Honestly, even Aino could do it. Aino is definitely not the best choice for it, but Aino can do it. Some other ones are Yelan and Xingqiu. Yelan does more. Yelan is basically Xingqiu. These two characters are basically the same. The only difference between them is Yelan does more damage, but she doesn't protect you as much, and Xingqiu does less damage. Still a good amount of damage, but a bit less damage, quite a bit less damage than Yelan. But Xingqiu protects you a bit more. Xingqiu keeps you from getting staggered, and Xingqiu gives you damage reduction. Hey, what's up, Anime Wed? How's it going, man? I think Xingqiu is free and easy to get. He was free. He was in the shop right before the shop reset. Yeah, he was in the most recent shop. But, so free, yes, but like in the shop. Not like actually free. Hey, Doms, what's up? Been a while, man. How you been? Hey, Dark Knight, you're here too. He also has a long cooldown. Yeah, Xingqiu has a long cooldown. That's why I like my Hyperbloom with Yelan instead of Xingqiu. Because Xingqiu's cooldown is just way too long. So should I pull for Yelan? That's a good question. She is on the banner right now. That's actually a good question. Sorry. I'm having before I'd say 12 months ago, I would have immediately said yes, you should. 12 months ago, I would have immediately said, yes, you definitely should. Nowadays, it's a little more, like, she's not bad. She's still one of the better Hydro characters in the game. She's just not super necessary anymore. She's not as necessary as she used to be. Especially after Farina, right? Like, it's not that she got bad. It's not that she got power crept. It's just that back then, before Yelan came out, the only off-field Hydro character we had was Xingqiu. And like for a very long time, for several years after the game came out, Xingqiu was like the best character. Even like everyone agreed that Xingqiu was the best character in the game. Even better than the 5 stars. People rated Xingqiu higher than even like a lot of the 5 stars, a lot of the new 5 stars for several years. But that was mostly because Xingqiu was the only off-field Hydro character that we had that also did a decent amount of damage. that also applied a lot of hydro to enemies, and at the same time also protects you, right? Like with his passives and stuff. Yeah. And then when Yelan came out, people were like, "Oh, Yelan power creep Xingqiu," but like, no. What ended up happening was now like when we got Yelan, when Yelan got released, at that point we had a second Xingqiu, and it was awesome, right? So now so at that point, Xingqiu's value went down, not because he got worse, not because he got power crept, but because he wasn't the only one anymore. And the same thing happened to Yelan and Xingqiu when Farina came out. And the same thing is probably going to happen to Yelan, Xingqiu, and Farina when Columbina comes out. We don't know. I don't know what she does yet, but it's possible. It's happened before. It might happen again. So that's why, yeah, that's why like a year ago, I would have been, Ritesh, I would have been like, you definitely should. But now I'm a little more hesitant to tell someone that they should pull for Yelan. Ritesh, you've only told us your one team. Do you have any 5 stars? Oh, okay, you have Nahida, obviously. But like, do you have any other 5 stars on your account? Doing good. Been a while. Yeah, definitely has been a while. What do you think is the best 4th slot for Nivelet Farina? Nivelet Farina, Zelonin, Escoffier, Sitlali, or Sitlali. Both my Sitlali and Zelonin are on scroll. I don't have enough time to farm Petra. Time dilator. That is actually a very specific question. Petra. Why don't you just strongbox Petra? It sounds like this sounds like a math question. Time dilator. I wish I knew. I wish I knew how to do Genshin math. I'd be easily able to do the math for you, but I don't know how to do Genshin math. Another thing too is for me, I don't know if I don't know how long you've been in today's stream, but I have I use my premium Nivelet team a lot, which is, you know, like before Sitlali came out, which is just Kazuha, Zelonin, Farina, Nivelet. And I've been running with that ever since. Mostly because not many teams want Kazuha and or Zelonin anymore. Whether or not Sitlali and or Escoffier would be better for that team, I don't know. I have both of them. I have both Sitlali and Escoffier. But the thing is, Escoffier really only works, like her stuff, her passives only work when there are no other elements in the team, which means you're stuck with Hydro Cryo only, which means without C1, you are stuck with one Draconic stack. Unless if the enemies have different elements on them. Otherwise, you're stuck with one Draconic stack if you have C0 Nivelet. If you have C1 Nivelet, it's slightly better with 2 Draconic stacks, but still, you're not maxing out your Draconic stacks. And the math on it, I don't know. Strong boxing, Golden Troop for months now. Golden Troop? Where are you, huh? For who? Who are you strongboxing Golden Troop for? I mean, okay, sorry by the way. I'm asking you, not like condescendingly, but I'm asking you because I'm genuinely curious. Because when the Golden Troop domain came out, I didn't immediately farm it right away when it came out, because at the time I farmed. At the time, I was still farming the Sumeru, the Deepwood domain, because I farmed the Deepwood domain a bit late because I got on the Dendro / Hyperbloom bandwagon a bit late because I was farming the emblem domain like too much, right? But as soon as I started farming the Golden Troop domain in Fontaine, like I kept farming it until until the next region came out, until Natlan came out. When Natlan came out, I didn't even farm this immediately because I didn't have any Natlan characters right away. So I don't know. I just like, especially because the Golden Troop domain is such a high value domain, especially if your account has Farina. So it's I'm genuinely curious as to why you don't have more Golden Troop pieces and Hunter pieces. Started farming 5. Oh wait, huh? 5.1 spent. Oh, 5.1. Okay, so Natlan, right? 4 to 5 months on emblem. Okay, I know that feeling. Wait, you started in 5.1 and you were farming emblem? For who? Sorry, because in 5.1, obviously Natlan, right? At that point, like there were not many characters that still wanted emblem. I mean, like obviously Raiden Shogun, sure. Xiangling, I guess. But by 5.1, Xiangling and Raiden Shogun and even like Yelan, I mean obviously Yelan's still relevant, but 4-piece emblem isn't necessary on her. Do 10. No, Luaf, no. I'm saving my primos for, I don't know, whoever. I just don't have any primos right now. Also, I don't care about getting Flins or Yelan constellations on this account. I'm on the 3rd account right now. I do not have Inefa on this account, so getting Flins would just be a waste of primos, a waste of guaranteed. Yeah. Raiden was my first. Oh, I see. Okay. People suggested me to build Raiden National. Okay. Well, I mean, they were not wrong. Time dilator. They were not wrong. But in 5.1, Raiden National was already like very close to being out the door. And when I say out the door, I'm talking about like the team is still definitely usable. Like now in Spiral Abyss, in even in Imaginarium Theater. And if you have them built well enough, right, especially like with C2 Raiden Shogun or C3 Raiden Shogun, sure, right, C2, C3 Raiden Shogun, and you have her signature weapon, okay, yeah, sure, right, like maybe like she is, that team is not the top tier endgame, not a top tier endgame team, but it is still somewhat of an endgame team. But without C2 Raiden Shogun, it's not. And I wish, I hate this as much as like most people probably do, but nowadays building Raiden Shogun full EM for Hyperbloom is actually stronger than just straight up building Raiden Shogun for crit. The 10 pull is not gonna hurt. Yes, it will. That's the wrong team. Darn it. Doing a 10 pull right now would definitely hurt. Because I'm on guaranteed. I am at oh no, actually. Oh yeah, I am on guaranteed. I'm at low pity, but I'm on guaranteed. I don't know what my pity is. I think I might be like 30-ish pity. Okay, yeah. 45 pity. 45 pity and guaranteed. So it actually would be harmful for me. Hey, what's up, Virgil? How's it going, man? Done it. Right away, do this attack. What's the size of the game on PC? For me, it's about 110? 120 gigs right now. I have 2 language packs. I got English and Japanese. Let me check. How much space is this taking up for me right now? Wait, 131. 131 gigs on PC. My god. Is this normal now? Is this a normal thing? In 2025, a video game takes up 130 gigs of storage? I now know that DPS Raiden is mid, and I'm a Navia main now. Then I didn't know. I wasted so much resin. Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately. Yeah, that definitely was the case. For now though, I would recommend, well, I guess if you have the Nod-Krai characters, then yeah, sure, I guess you definitely should farm the Nod-Krai sets. But if you don't have any Nod-Krai characters just yet, I would recommend you go back to, especially if you have Farina on your account, I would recommend you go back to farming the Golden Troop domain for now. Even after deleting past resources, still 130 gigs? I don't know. You can't delete past resources on PC. There's no, like, you can only do that on mobile. Wait, where was that again? I don't remember that where that is on mobile. I hardly ever play on mobile. Yeah, no. Oh, I think this is it. Yeah, I think it's actually here. Yeah, no. There's no delete past resources on PC. Wow. What the heck? Wait, huh? Jeez. 20 gigs for a language pack? Wasn't it so? Wasn't the language pack supposed to be like 6 gigs or something? Okay, I do not remember this 100%. I'm not 100% sure about this, but I'm actually quite sure that the last time I looked at this, that a language pack was like 6 gigs. The last time I looked at this. Albeit the last time I looked at this was also when they introduced this feature. Because some of you might not know this. Some of you might not know this, but when Genshin came out and you installed the game, it came with every language. With every language available. And there was no option to remove any of the other language packs. And I don't remember when they introduced this update, but it was quite a few years ago, like 3 or 4 years ago. The last time I looked at this screen, Japanese was 6 gigs. Wow, jeez. 20 gigs. That blows my mind. Okay, I guess I get it. Like all the quest data, right? Like all the Archon quests, all the quests that have already happened from the last time I looked at this to today. That's a lot of audio. I guess I understand. But man, that's 4 times the last. It's almost 4 times the last thing I remember. Wow, that's crazy. Don't even bother with other voice languages. Some don't sync and some don't have sound. Is English fixed now, by the way? Or is the whole like the English VA thing, strike thing, still happening? Trying to get a 4-piece for my Lauma. Right now, EM Sands. Oh, I see. It's so hard. Is it actually, how advisable is it to triple EM Lauma? Because like, doesn't Lauma need to burst every rotation? Well, what I have on my Laumas so far, for now, are ER, EM, EM. Wow. I don't know at the moment. They're busy canceling VAs. I'm planning to buy a laptop with the following specs: i5, 16 gigs RAM, 4 gigabyte, 2050. Okay, can the game at least run Genshin medium graphics? Which do you know specifically which i5, Virgil? I'm not sure about the 2050. Using the new event weapon, which has 45 ER. Yeah, but then, like, is that enough ER to burst every rotation? And Moika just won't melt. What was I doing? Sorry for being FK. I have Tainari also. Tainari. Oh, that's not bad. But Tainari definitely needs more investment. Like, you need to spend more resources on getting Tainari to do a good amount of damage. So I think for now, Ritesh, I would recommend you stick to just like Hyperbloom for now. Just stick to your team right now. That would actually and go farm the Deepwood domain. I think that is your cheapest option right now. It seems like I've indeed gotten addicted to chai tea. Ali, it's obvious that you haven't watched. Is it Into the Spider-Verse or Beyond the Spider-Verse? Okay, so it's Into the Spider-Verse. Right, so it's obvious you haven't seen Into the Spider-Verse. Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Chai means tea. Dude, chai means tea, so why say chai tea? Are you saying tea? If you watch Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, you'll get that reference. Across the Spider... Is it Across the Spider-Verse? Oh, across... Yeah. That's right. You're right. Across the Spider-Verse. Across the Spider-Verse.
無事今日の依頼
Chai tea in Tagalog? Wait, what do you mean Tagalog? Chai... Isn't chai a kind of tea? It's not necessarily Tagalog? Do I not get the rewards if I don't log in? No! Oh, wow. Oh, man, oh, man. It's, dude, Ali.
ほら、調子づかい夜ですね。
Sudden neuron activation, all sleep gone. Don't worry though. I'm pretty sure you still have plenty of time. I'm pretty sure you have plenty of days to get all the rewards. Oh. Can I retry? Yeah.
目を閉して調子づかい地の底へ 目を閉して調子づかい夜ですね
TT. Yep. Oh, Flins has pretty big AoE. Dart. Come on, man. No. No, man. Why would you do that? Saw a meme like that, okay. And now you're sharing it with us, and now we can't get it out of our brains? The British brought tea to India. The Indians thought this was too bland. They added spices to make it chai and hot and humid temperature for the Indian subcontinent added to that factor. Ritesh, my dude, you're like man, all right, you know stuff. You know, yeah, you know a bunch of stuff. You're kind of like this well, yeah, like another guy who's like not super regular, but like he's been here for quite a long time. We call him Theory. He just like most of the time he's like a language enthusiast. Like he loves different languages and stuff. He also knows a ton of just random stuff. You know, like kind of like what you just said right now. That's pretty cool. Thanks, man. Okay. I'm back. Hey. You're just in time, Ali. I'm about to get off because I think it was Shinrin earlier, like an hour ago, who mentioned, bro, you need sleep, because Shinrin said Columbina, and I was like, oh, isn't she Geo? And like in my mind, I literally said Columbina, I saw Columbina, but my brain was like, Sandrone. And then Shinrin was like, you need sleep, bro. And like, yeah, Shinrin's absolutely right. I really, really do need sleep. I had no sleep whatsoever last night. Slept at like 8 in the morning. No, I think it was more like 9. Yeah, slept for an hour at 9. Took another nap at 12, and then took another nap at 4 in the afternoon, and then took another nap at 8 in the evening, and here I am still awake. Yeah. I sleep for like 7 hours a day and I'm still dead. I love coffee, bro. I love coffee too, Dart. But my problem with coffee is my body keeps relying on it too much. And so what ends up happening with me and coffee, right? I drink coffee today. If I drink coffee today, say for example at 3 in the afternoon, tomorrow I'm gonna feel miserable if I don't drink coffee again at the same time at 3 in the afternoon. Right, I'm gonna feel miserable if I don't drink tomorrow, and then what will end up happening is I will drink coffee again tomorrow, and then coffee again the next day, the next day, the next day, and at some point, even if I drink the same amount of coffee at the same amount of time, I will still feel miserable, and then I will end up drinking 2 cups of coffee to keep myself from feeling miserable. And then I'll drink 2 cups of coffee every day, until at some point I'll need to drink 3 cups of coffee. It's happened to me before. It's, my God, I love coffee. It's amazing. It smells great, tastes great. Dude, I even love just straight up black coffee. Like, I love it. It's amazing. But the caffeine, man. I try to stay away from coffee. Not gonna lie, the chai dosage is increasing. The chai. Wait, there's from what I understand, not all tea, but most tea also has some caffeine in it. Definitely not as much as coffee, but yeah. So yeah, careful. And the cycle never ends. Wait, isn't that a song? Ritesh, you could go pull for Yelan if you really need big numbers. Only if you need it. Don't need Barbara, MC Kuki. You know, hey, okay. I think I support that thought, Dart. Because Ritesh, right now, you don't have anything really. Like the only thing you got going for you is Nahida, and Nahida literally just got power crept this patch. Lauma just power crept Nahida. So sure, Nahida was one of the best characters in the game for a very long time, but now like we're talking about this, she just got power crept, and Nahida's not in game capable anymore. Like really, she's not in game capable anymore. So while Yelan will not take your account from mid game to top tier end game, but right now you need something to make a good functional team. Now you have a functional team. If you get Yelan and build her well, you will make a good functional team, right? Your Hyperbloom will definitely be a lot better. It'll easily clear mid game, and it can even clear easier some of the easier end game, right? Like Spiral Abyss, yeah, like Spiral Abyss, and maybe Imaginative Theater. But Imaginative Theater is like weird because it's Imaginative Theater is not a question of how strong your characters are. It's a question of how many characters you have. Yeah, so I don't strongly recommend getting Yelan right now, but getting her will make your functional team a good functional team. And Yelan is just not a bad character to have on any account. Spiral Abyss is easy. Wait till the next one. Well, see, here's the thing, Ali. What the mechanics that you mentioned doesn't seem to make Abyss hard. It just makes it impossible if you don't have the right character. So it's not actually hard. It's just that you need something. Yeah, right. It's kind of like if you don't have the key to a doorknob, then it's not hard to open it. You just can't open it, right? But when you do have the key, it's not hard. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's sort of what it is, really. One of the bosses in Abyss has more HP. What? In Abyss? Is Magic Guide enough for Nahida? Magic Guide, it's okay for now. It's okay for now. I think you should switch her over to oh. I have her signature. I think you should switch her over to Sac Frag. So Magic Guide is good. Magic Guide is good. Magic Guide is about as good as Sacrificial Fragments here. Really. The advantage that Sacrificial Fragments has over Magic Guide is Sacrificial Fragments allows you to like reset your skill cooldown, right? Once every 16 seconds at R5, but once every like 30 seconds, I think, at R1. And if you are fighting multi-wave content, this is actually quite a bit of a time saver. Because like when you hold E on Nahida, and so obviously when you hold E and when you let go, that does damage, right? Which means there's a chance to proc this. So, right, like, and say for example, you mark every enemy you see right now, okay, and then they die in 2 seconds, right? They die in 2 seconds. All right, and then the next wave of enemies comes out. Now you gotta wait for Nahida's skill cooldown. Despite it being really short, being a really short skill cooldown, now you still have to wait for it. But with Sac Frag, you don't have to. Obviously not every time, but every now and then. It will allow you to just use your skill right away. But honestly, if you don't have a leveled up Sac Frag and your Magic Guide is leveled up, I would recommend you just stay with Magic Guide for now. I also have her Sig, but no Nahida. I have Inefa signature, but Inefa. My gambling addiction is getting worse. Your not only is your gambling addiction getting worse, but your I don't know if chai has caffeine in it, but you just said your dosage has been going up. So if chai does have caffeine in it, then yeah, your gambling addiction is not the only thing that's going up, man. Okay, well, anyway, it's for real this time. My ping just shot up. Yeah, shot up through the roof. 280, 270, jeez. Anyway, yeah, this is for real this time. It's late. I really need to sleep. I did not get proper any sleep at all yesterday. Anyway, thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Wow, I just shortcutted the heck out of that outro. Okay, let me do that properly. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Wow, I don't know how to do my outros anymore. I must be real sleepy, I guess. For those of you who need help building your characters, accounts, or making a decision which banners to pull for, feel free to join our Discord server. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. And it's, well, not in the pinned message in YouTube chat anymore. Those of you who need, who want my personal opinion, you can ping me there on our Discord server. Of course, you can ask for other people's opinions too. Thank you guys so much for coming by, hanging out, and being awesome people. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, and take care, everybody. Bye, everyone. Good morning, RJ. Thanks for streaming. Good morning. Yeah, it is a morning right now. All right, bye, everyone. Thank you. Computer. Dark.